Hello everyone, welcome back to Ace Combat 7. Today will be the finale for the Phoenix run-through. Hello, Sovereign, Nicola, Gunmage, Firestarter, Sinvertus. And I'm sorry, Starscream, for interrupting you in your middle of your homework. I don't know your schedule. If you weren't my favorite streamer, I'd kill you. Well, he does have Scream in his name. If you weren't my brother, I'd kill you. Anyway, so today we're going to finish up. So from Cape Rainy to Dark Blue, Phoenix will finish the fight, so to speak. How dare you not know the schedule of every follower and somehow magically accommodate for everyone, especially since we've got Americans and Europeans and more. Fail for Bonte or biddies. I hope I don't fail for Bonte. Alright, so for the first yeah, okay. For Cape Rainy, we're gonna go ahead and use cover live right now on stream. Hey, I'm not stopping you. We're going to use the Raptor with the GBU-39s. Remind me of the rules? Okay, so the rules for this playthrough are I'm allowed to use 3 aircraft. The F-22A Phoenix, the Su-37 Scarface, and the XFA-27 Phoenix. That's it. Yeah, it seems easy enough. XFA, because it looks cool. I'm trying not to overuse the XFA because that's just not fair to the Erusians. But I can guarantee you Dark Blue will be with the XFA because it's ZO. The Zone of Endless, you have to use the XFA for that. Hello, Khaled. But as an American, I'm kind of basing what missions I'm going to be taking various aircraft on by their special weapons. It's not fair for your Raptor. Well, I was going to take the Raptor for Farbanti too, Starscream. What more do you want? But no, A6 was all about special weapons. So I learned to place a heavy priority on those. So when A7 came around and there was some SP weapon emphasis on certain missions, I was already ahead of the curve. Just fly, idiot. I've missed arguing with Starscream. Incoming depression, uh-oh. People can do this at speed. It takes a lot of practice. both with your aircraft and doing the run. On certain planes, 300 is too slow. Unless you're talking about miles per hour. This is kph, by the way, kilometers per hour. Because the default was metric and I was too lazy to switch it.
This is the last step, Count. We'll take the enemy base and use it as a bridgehead. Watch yourselves out there. We're going to need all of you in Farbanti. Without Wiseman here, everybody wants to give
But with the Nosferatu, you need to keep it up at least over 500 kph. Or else you'll start running into stall problems.
You've passed waypoint 3. You're coming up on the base. Opposing radio silence.
This is the last step. Oh, okay. That's another 6 missions. Well, this is the last step to Farbanti. That was originally the LRSSG's mission. Take Farbanti. They didn't have anything after that. Everything else was, oh shit, we're flying by the seat of our pants, boys. Which I actually kind of like that aspect. Because not many Air Forces in Strange Real can do that. Fly by the seat of their pants.
That was quite the roller coaster ride. Visual confirmation on the airbase. Reach destination. Commence the attack. It's time for their wake-up call. The longer it takes, the worse off we'll be. Hurry up. Finish him off. All right, let's give
Hello, Nugget.
Missile hit. Stroker 1, Fox 2.
Here, I can fly no more. Yep. It's going good. Do you have any idea what justifies the enemy not hearing jet sounds? Those were automated light or watchtowers.
Looks like the enemy's air defenses are online. I guess they finally decided to wake up. Keep up the attack. Sooner we
Why is the AC-130 derping you with the 105? I don't know. Because I was behind it.
Roger that. If the enemy is still present in large numbers when our ground forces arrive, the mission will be a failure. Go help our allies.
Reasons. Lol. Yeah. That's a good... Just reasons. Oh, they're awake now, I can guarantee you that. Hello, how are y'all? Hey, Canons, the searchlights are only movement sensors. They're just like the T-Rexes in Jurassic Park. Their eyes can only see movement.
Target eliminated. Great work.
Okay, that attack just took out the enemy from the front line. The way ahead is cleared up. You have our thanks.
Give me a damage report. We've suffered heavy losses. This is more than a surprise attack. That's the last of our anti-aircraft. They've all been taken out.
Holy crap, it cleared the ground before the fighters came in. Holy shit.
Called in.
Confirmed at least one leader. It's like one of the three crashes.
Strider 1, missile launched.
That means we have time to play with the fighters.
Enemy reinforcements? They're stopping us! We can't do anything about their air power. We need support.
Bandit hit. Target acquired.
Hello, Gadfly. I hope you're enjoying your day as I shoot you down. Yeah. Not anymore, you say? Well, that is a crying shame right there.
Lancaster, requesting close air support.
Strider squad.
Hello, Stark Raider. Welcome.
Some goddamn support there now.
Enemy numbers are small. Don't give in. Fight until the very end.
We still got 3 enemy fighters left. It's not over yet.
That's it. Pick up those two. Work our way inside the facility. This is 2-2. We're stuck. We won't be able to catch
Oh, you're fine.
your heads down. 3 strikes will take care of the enemy.
Target's destruction confirmed. That air support was right on the money.
Keep pushing the enemy on their heels.
Okay, start running on the count of 3.
Now they're running like... That's right. Run!
Hold up in there. However, we can't afford to wait any longer. Begin the assault. If anyone resists, kill them.
You're only gonna die tired. Woohoo!
Clock! Go! Go! Fire!
Spetsnaz be like, enemy AC-130 above. Although it ain't enemy AC-130, it's an enemy F-22. I don't know about you, but this calls for a victory, Colbert.
How'd it go? This is Basilisk 1. The base is ours. We have control of all major functions. Glad the pizza was on time. Roger that, Basilisk 1. Mission accomplished. All prisoners of war will be treated in accordance
Phoenix is
with
secretly Trigger.
We've even brought pizza. Looks like they can shred those wills. I'm already getting
Ah,
mad over the needless paperwork. No joke. Okay, go ahead and begin your approach. We're doing flight control. Roger that.
I love Cape Rainy Assault.
Strider 1, this is Basilisk.
It's short,
You have permission
but
to
it's fun. It has a great canyon run at the beginning, and then it's just annihilate everything. Oh yeah, and the dialogue is fantastic.
3,000 meters to the runway.
Chats.
1,500 meters.
Basilisk is totally a Chad, although I question the Chadness of Count. What am I doing? I am landing how I want. I'm landing on the taxiway.
Right on the money, Strider 1. Strider 1 has landed. Let's go and clean him.
You know, it would be cool if your wingman can comment on your skin. That would be cool, but that would also take an immense amount of programming. You just run over some innocent prisoners? There was no prisoners on the taxiway. Alright, next up, Battle for Farbanti. Right, remember Tally? Tally? I don't see how Mass Effect has anything to do with Ace Combat. Fail Farbanti or else you're getting biddies. Prisoners were on the taxiway waiting on the pizza. Fair enough. Tig old biddies. Alright, so we're still going to be using the Raptor. And I just love the Ace 1 skin for this. And we're going to start with the bomblets. But we're not going to be focusing too much on the bomb parts. In fact, we're not going to have any bomb parts.
Strider Squadron, proceed to runway. Sortie ASAP.
The real reason why I'm taking the Raptor is because the Raptor is better than the Terminator for fighting the Souls. Raptor equals Murica. What is this Murica which you speak? We are in Strange Real. Do you perhaps mean Osea?
Our troops have engaged at Farbanti.
Even though there is no direct 1-for-1.
We need you to help our boys in those 3 locations. This'll end the war. It's time. Commence the operation. Our friends
This is another fun mission. I love Battle for Farbanti. It's not as good as Liberation of Grace Maria, but it's up there in terms of capital missions. Oh yeah, the tune for Farbanti is fantastic.
They're already engaged with the enemy. It seems the enemy was fast to detect them.
My F button is ready.
Strider 1, return line is to the north. Head that way if you
Damn
need
it.
to refuel. Good luck, everyone.
Our air support has stopped the enemy. Advance on the hospital.
Count is back in the saddle with Cyclops 2.
Huh.
Fly what you can get, Father.
Why did I double fire that? Oh well. Ignore the fact that it's not possible.
Roger. The park waiting secured. The OT and Big Shot clear the way.
All right, I'll try and save Wiseman. Let me just hack into the game. I can do that, right?
Hold your ground. Enemy backup inbound. Forces are heading for 2 separate combat zones. We need to split our forces in 2 and meet both threats at once. Trigger, head for either area. Cyclops will take care of the other one.
Like, is he messing it up in favor for you, as in he's better at it than you are, or is he dying too many times? Hold your ground, but we don't have anybody to hold it with. Oh. Shut up.
Strider 1, Fox 2. Vehicle confirmed destroyed.
444 channel points, nice.
I'm on my target's tail.
What's with the screech? What did I do? Oh, you son of a bitch. Asshole! Oh, I didn't pay attention. More like, what didn't I do? Yeah, that's a fair point. Alright, let's kill the fleet. Kill the cruisers.
The submerged area is all yours. We'll do good as red. Let's go. Push it.
Roger.
Missile hit.
Keep an eye on approaching fighters. If they get close,
Kaboom!
Still ahead. Lady Luck's now on our side. This is Salamander 6. Hostile has a rock.
Strider 1, locked on target.
He.
Strider 1, target destroyed. Vessel confirmed sunk.
we've lost 30% of our fleet. It's going to be difficult to complete our mission given these circumstances. Put your easy up stack and
Everyone's requesting backup. They'll take forever to get here. Strider 1, missile closing. Evade.
Thanks to our air support. Victory is within sight. Let's turn the remaining enemies into shark bait.
Chaff and flares are running low.
I also have the music volume purposely lowered. Just so I don't having to... Twitch is being really twitchy of late of DMCA music stuff. And while I know Project Aces doesn't care, I wouldn't put it past Twitch to do it themselves. Or another bot or something like that. So I just find it's easier not to worry about it. Yeah, Twitch is getting... I mean, everyone's paranoid about being sued. And... I mean, the United States has done it to itself in the fact that everyone's so sue-happy.
Split up. The longer this drags on, the greater our losses.
Roger that.
But there's a multitude of reasons why. Any reason to bring a suit? Yeah. That and the whole copyright system needs to be reformed and updated because we're using copyright law that was, I think, last updated in the 20th century. Yeah, that reform is a double-edged sword, I admit. Yep, Disney!
Maintain course if you want to go back to resupply.
Yeah, Disney is, the Disney company can be
Strider 1, this is control.
faulted with a lot of things wrong in our society today. They're responsible for a lot of good, but they're also responsible for a lot of not so good.
Strider 1, this is control tower.
They aren't as good as the ones
But yeah, Sovereign's right. A lot of the copyright mess was because of the Disney company.
Strider 1,
They didn't want things to eventually go into the public domain
destroyed.
so that everybody could use stuff after a certain amount of time,
Strider 1, missile away. Enemy is locked on. Break away.
which is ironic because most of the famous Disney movies and tales are based off of Grimm's fairy tale, which is now in the public domain.
Pulling back now. If they take our headquarters, we're finished. Fall back 900 yards. 3 strikes is here.
Bandit behind you. Caution.
Well, yeah, Mickey Mouse, but now their versions of
Strider 2.
movies and stuff are their intellectual property, and the ownership of Mickey's Mouse opened up Pandora's box.
Strider 1 is back to
Hans Christian Andersen, yeah. Frozen, Little Mermaid, I think was also Hans Christian Andersen. I've never watched Frozen or read The Snow Queen, to be honest. Frozen came out a little too old for me, and I don't have children.
This is the start. There are small boats hiding in the ruins. Take them out before they can approach the fleet.
Your air support considerably weakened organized resistance from the Erusian army. Operation nearly complete. Just need to see it through.
No, I mean, I love Big Hero 6. I'm a big fan of the MCU, and I liked Rogue One. But I don't think I can support Disney any longer. What they've been doing to Star Wars is, just from a writing standpoint,
5 minutes remaining.
I can't bear to see my favorite, or one of my favorite sci-fi franchises be run into the ground. I mean, and I feel the same way about Star Trek and Babylon, or not Star Trek, but
Target eliminated.
well, yeah, Star Trek.
Fire for range. Coordinates 2294 5002. Targeted enemy MBT formation. Fire for effect with your strongest round.
For me, it's the out of characterness of Luke Skywalker in The Last Jedi. Just the, I don't know, the characters kind of seem flat and one-dimensional,
Strider 1, locked on target.
and they nuked Legends. So that already kind of made me not like it. But the actual characters themselves, I don't give a shit about them. Like, I don't care if they're brown, female, what have you. That doesn't matter to me. Are they compelling characters or not? And quite frankly, aside from the Rogue One crew, they don't seem compelling to me. Like, one of my favorite characters in Legends was Mara Jade. And Jaina Solo.
3 minutes remaining. We've spotted enemy back
But
radars.
they're no longer a thing, thanks to Disney.
Up here and helped other allies in trouble. We don't need to try and target every
Yeah,
focus. Take one
but
to move on to the
Legends Thrawn is still better than Disney Thrawn.
We gotta think of a way out of this predicament.
Phase 1. Revanti reconstruction part is under our control. Now, on to the enemy headquarters.
But I'm just sick and tired of all the stuff around Disney Star Wars. I'm just like, you know what? I'm just done with it. I don't want anything to do with it anymore because it honestly hurts seeing what it's become.
well out there, which is sure to bring an end to the war. You'll be heroes. Don't know what medals they've got for you, but if you want one, come back in one piece.
Selling fascism. Yeah, that's not good.
Maintain course if you want to go back to resupply.
Strider 1, this is Control Tower. Make your landing check.
I mean, I was always a rebel.
2,
I loved the Rebellion and the New Republic, especially of Legends.
One, this is Control Tower. The runway is clear.
Yeah, I know. Just like they did in Legends as well. Tycho Selchu, Crix Madine, hell, even Jan Dodonna was an Imperial. But Wedge, in my opinion, was never an Imperial. I don't like that addition to the canon that Star Wars Rebels brought. But, whatever. My opinion don't matter, because I'm just a dumb kid from Kansas.
Fox 2. Strider 1, watch your tail. Caution, enemy has a
That's actually a good point there, Star Crater. Disney doesn't seem like they're willing to take risks anymore.
missile inbound. Missile inbound.
They're trying to play it safe, and ironically, trying to play it safe, I think they're actually hurting their cause.
Fox 2. Fox 2.
Check the port side. We need a recruiting.
Target acquired. Hit on bandit confirmed.
In position behind bandit.
And Disney honestly isn't the first company to do that.
Launched.
Star Trek Voyager was guilty of playing things too safe, and it kind of hurt them in the ratings compared to Deep Space Nine, which
All aircraft. Listen carefully.
was daring enough to basically, in one arc,
Enemy headquarters
take the characters off of Deep Space Nine and give it to the enemy.
also underway. All going according to plan. The end of the war is in sight. Think of something you'd like to eat, guys? Because I'm buying.
But anyway, enough of real-world shenanigans.
New bogies.
It is time
SU-30s inbound. It's Mr. Rex.
for Archange. Accordingly apologize. Oh, don't worry, Sovereign.
What's going on here? I don't believe it. We've just lost ship 3 and 4. We're taking heavy damage. It's like this monster is toying with us out there. We've got to do something.
LRSSG, we have an emergency order from Mission Command. Bring down Mr. X. I know it's a tall order, but HQ wouldn't ask if they didn't have faith in you.
Bye-bye.
The two leaders are at different levels, but don't underestimate the rest of them either. Mission proved to be fun.
Here, soul.
The enemy has experienced fighters in their midst.
Come to Papa.
Strider 1, watch that enemy on your tail. I see them still out with the Silas. How are you? Are you still in this?
One ship is sunk. Single fighter coming back around.
I'd like to think so, Colette.
You're suffering heavy damage. Missile away.
It'll depend upon how graphics technology evolves.
Enemy's got a lock.
Although, a lot of graphical capabilities are getting to the point where they're almost too good for the human eye to actually register the difference anymore. Bye-bye, escorts! Come here, Mihai!
No. Who are these guys?
I'm better than you. A6 graphics are good, but I have to admit, compared to 7, they are showing their age. Especially the kind of muted color palette.
I'm gonna open this guy up.
I only hear, come here, portable plot armor. AC6 graphics were actually 2007. Assault Horizon, I believe, was 2012, 2013.
Cyclops 3 has bailed out safely. Don't worry, he's gonna make it.
Why am I wasting QAMs while me I still have plot armor? Because he has plot armor no matter what. And I've got 20 of them. I don't care at this point.
Shoot down Mr. Rex. What? Locked on. Alright, he grabbed a bait. Time to take him for a ride. Missile hit. Target is hit. Nice. Fine. Give him one more. In gun range.
I mean, we can't damage him anyway.
Wiseman, bandit behind you.
Besides, I've turned my Sidewinders basically into QAMs. Whatever, I don't care. I'm just shooting them, because otherwise this would be really boring.
Taking fire. You're quite the entertainer, but the show's over with this next shot. Wasn't a bad pilot.
Wiseman, missile closing.
Missile, I'll keep him on me. Just a bit longer. Shit. Cyclops 1 is down. Cyclops 1 is down.
Eject already, Wiseman.
Salute in the chat for Wiseman.
Plane exploded. Wiseman.
Best company commander in the Ocean Air Force.
Got the lead.
Wiseman. Shit.
Negative, Cyclops 2. You're in the lead.
I can't do it. Trigger should take command.
Duty is yours.
That's impossible.
Do it.
Damn it. Cyclops 4, form an element. We need our top gun.
I lost its own nose.
Local count.
You're holding your own out.
Because the impossible was impossible.
Damn.
Now go finish the job.
Get Mr. X, Trigger. Shoot it down, Trigger. You can do it. In fact, you're the only one who can.
Well, that was anticlimactic.
My data won't update. Damn it. What was that?
I've lost radar contact. What's up?
Look at the sky. Towards the sun.
What is that?
Ram him.
Maybe an explosion?
This is Soul Squadron. Head home. It's not safe to stick around here if we lose our base. Listen up.
Well, I lost track of him. I'm sorry.
Mission Command. It's not just Mission Command. I'm not getting any response from outside our LOS. Farbanti's now under OCN control. The operation was a success. We didn't get the orders that should have come after the operational success. We'll guide you to the scheduled airport. All aircraft, leave this airspace immediately.
Negative. They've got a debt to pay.
Count, we all feel the same way.
Shit.
So Wiseman died for nothing.
Our troops have engaged the Farbanti Reconstruction Park.
Okie dokie.
This is a peacekeeping force forward base near Erusian territory. Other
Oh,
Allied
thank you,
aircraft
Firestarter. Go buy her ass some nice food. I don't know what he likes. You're supposed to know. I'm from Kansas City, so Babaku. All right, for last hope, we're gonna go ahead and take the Su-37. Just so that the Raptor won't steal the show and everything. And for this one, all right, Colette, have a good night. Hello, Vinny. Yeah, we're going to use the HPAs or the R-73 Archers. And let's make sure we got the good parts. Won't need those. Or that. But we'll need reload time. And for that one. Okay.
Strider Squadron, you're cleared to taxi.
To the unidentified Ocean craft, this is Captain Carl of the Ocean Army. Are you here for the escort? You're not the squadron I was expecting. Are
You here for the escort?
Over.
This is Longcastle. Airborne warning and control system for the Ocean Long Range Strategic Strike Group. Captain Carl, they're on our side.
And those two pilots we've heard about must be here too.
Okay, I hope you're right. Lancaster, are all of these really unknowns?
It's a state of civil war.
But yeah, you can
The Erusian army is fighting us.
still kind of barely see the livery.
Shoot us in this confusion.
Williams process the unknowns caught in your camps to identify
Whoop.
friend or foe. The process will be faster if you get a close-up, well-centered image.
Meanwhile, we just run if they shoot us, right?
Affirmative. Always identify your target before you fire.
Always identify your target before you fire. Tell that to them.
Something I'll never get used to. But tonight has been a total shock. The city under martial law. Gunfire and the roar of jets echoing through the streets.
You were the ones on the radio. We don't know our location. Give us orders.
We have no orders, but we do have ID data. Check your TAC terminal.
Roger that.
We have no orders, so we have no idea what the fuck's going on.
Strider Squadron's ID.
Just-
Oh.
Just here's our target data. Don't kill us.
Entering the Anchorhead Bay area. Buildings will block your line of sight. Make sure to keep track of your objective.
How this war ends depends on this mission. I'm counting on you. Understood.
Strider Squadron, identify the unknowns along the route.
I'm working on it.
Fox 2.
Which faction is the head of our organization? We need to know at once.
Strider 1, AA gun destroyed.
Lockdown bandit.
Erusians don't shoot me, I'm in a flanker. Oceans don't use flankers, remember?
ID is Ocean Forces. This is AWACS for the LRSSG.
Our intel has been updated.
It's Erusian.
They are responding aggressively.
General, if they're conservatives, they'll listen to us. The negotiations were a success, Lancaster. They've opened up a path for us.
The more the merrier.
tops of the roofs from down here. Be on the lookout for enemy ambushes.
Ba-dum. Ba-dum.
Through the Anchorhead Bay area.
Ba-dum.
Along Highway 208 under the bridge.
Ba-dum.
We're taking the coastal highway at the next ramp.
All right.
The use of drones makes war more palatable. Why don't people realize this?
Yeah, that's the whole point. War isn't supposed to be palatable, you dumb fuck. There actually was a Star Trek, the original series episode about that, where these two planets in a same either system or cluster have been fighting a pretty much forever war, but because it was all done by computer and the casualties were just, you know, you walk into a nothingness chamber, all the architecture survived. So like, oh, this isn't horrible. And then the Enterprise gets caught up in the war and registered as a casualty. Well, surprise, surprise, the Enterprise crew doesn't want to walk into, or, you know, just willingly accept their death. So they blow up the targeting computer, which freaks all the people out because, like, now we're gonna have actual war. And Kirk's like, yeah, no shit. You don't like that, do you, right? Maybe you should just stop. Because war is not supposed to be pleasant. It's supposed to be terrifying and horrible. That way we do everything to avoid it. Also, hello, Phoenix. But yeah, the fact that the Erusian radicals are saying drones make war more palatable, that to me is instantly sus. Because war is never meant to be palatable. It's meant to be horrendous. That way we won't like it. And if war is horrible, that means we're more likely to find alternative solutions. Now, I'll see if I can find what that episode is called and post it on the Discord. Because that episode of Star Trek, the original series, is fantastic. And I highly recommend people watch it. Alchemy. The science of deconstructing and reconstructing matter. Or constructing, deconstructing, and reconstructing matter. Well, there's a lot of reasons why I don't like drones. That's one of them, but on the other hand, I don't trust AIs unless they're like Data. Or Edie. I need to know that they can understand fuzzy logic. Because just cold, hard, ruthless calculus, you shouldn't be have a weapon. You need to be able to understand shades of gray, which AIs have a very difficult time understanding. Hell, even humans have a hard time understanding it. But the drones are remote control. No, they're not.
about the Civil War. Radio? You have one in your cockpit? Yeah, ever since my previous squadron. I've got it taped, nice and secure.
We're about to cross Anchor Bridge. There'll be nowhere to hide.
That was something.
The bridge is being blocked off by a tank. This isn't good.
Landfill number 7. This is Beeswax Longcaster.
That vehicle in front of ours! Cease fire! The info just came through!
An armored vehicle's behind us. The vehicle used by the Erusian forces. Take it out.
Trigger, he's in trouble.
I'm working on it, Count. Because apparently I'm the only one that can do a fucking thing.
I didn't think we were gonna make it, but you saved us. Thanks.
Yeah, no thanks to the princess over here. And no, I'm not calling Count a princess because I think he's a girl. I'm calling him a princess because I think he's a diva.
Those guys shooting up there, aren't they both Oseans?
And narcissistic and self-important.
Take out Denny in autonomous mode.
We've almost reached the container area. Watch out for enemy ambushes.
Understood.
Generally speaking, the
System failures caused fire incidents above Erusian forces.
Yeah. Nimbly dodged.
Forces in center, south, and east struggle over stabilization of the nation.
Hello, Axeman. Oh, you flared. Take that.
General's vehicle is under attack.
What?
Our VIP is taking fire.
Oh, okay, those are bad guys.
Strutter 1, missile launched.
There you go.
Try to get off your ass a little faster next time.
Oh, bite me.
We're coming up on a tunnel. We'll need to split up until we reach the exit. There's more to Belkin technology than just UAVs.
You're right. There's phase cloak technology that allows aircraft to just fly under a mountain or underwater.
But in the end, Belkin technology.
Belkin sorcery.
I can't believe Erusia is responsible for Harley's assassination.
You talking politics? That's new.
Can't ignore a story like that, right, Trigger?
Yeah. There's a lot of that, Nugget, where people don't take historical context into account. But yeah, carpet bombing, especially nighttime carpet bombing, was not good, and I would not do it nowadays. But back then, there was no precision bombing at all. And you had two options. You could do it at night, but kiss accuracy goodbye. Or, you did it during the day with the Norden bomb site, where you could, level only half the city. But you did it during the day, so you would need an escort. The American Air Force, or the American Army Air Force, lost a lot of bombers in daytime bombing raids because they were trying to be as accurate as possible. And the British, because they didn't have the manufacturing capability of the United States, just like, screw it, we're protecting our bombers, we're doing it at night. So I don't begrudge the English and the British for nighttime bombing raids. Partially because the Germans did it first, and partially they couldn't afford to lose bombers like the Americans could. Um,
That is why proper conservatives like myself are moving to regain control. If all goes well,
and then a lot of people condemn the American nuclear bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Well, I am convinced that if there wasn't a nuclear bombing, I would not be alive. Because we would have done the X-Day invasions. And my grandfather was a Navy corpsman stationed in San Diego. He joined the Navy midway through the war, but I can guarantee you, if it wasn't for the nuclear bombing, they would have deployed him. And the Japanese shot the Navy corpsman first. So if we tried to invade the home islands, I can guarantee you countless Americans and Japanese, mind you, would not have been able to be born today. No, I don't endorse civilian killing either, but World War II was the concept of total war.
we have escort fighters, but we do not intend to engage in combat. Please stand down.
What's going on?
Try to get a little closer. Weapon use is prohibited.
What's going on? Dr. Schroeder!
I've seen the X-Day invasion plan, Sovereign.
He's not lying about carrying civilians.
Unless he's a soldier.
Weapon use is prohibited. We've checked footage.
But there were a lot of different warring factions in the Japanese hierarchy. The Navy and the Army did not get along well with each other. The Navy they like to view themselves as the last of the samurai. Whereas the Army, most of the Army was actually devoted not to the Emperor, but to Tojo. But I do think that the Americans made one very wise decision when it came to the Japanese surrender and didn't actually go for unconditional surrender. They did allow one condition, and that was Hirohito remains the Emperor. Because that way it gave the surrender legitimacy to the Japanese.
Wilco.
Yeah. The
Yeah, good work.
the atomic bombs combined with the Soviet invasion of Manchuria forced the Emperor to basically say, no, we are surrendering. And by allowing that one condition for the Emperor to remain in power, it made the transition a lot more smoother.
Enemy on your back. I've got a sitting duck here.
They're in my way.
I mean, the Americans never considered him a god, but they left him in power.
Good work. All hostile aircraft eliminated. The liaison is safe.
But the important thing was that the Japanese people saw that the Americans weren't coming to kill their emperor. They left him in power,
You gotta be kidding me. Liaison has
which meant that the emperor must have supported the surrender, which meant that they could too.
the liaison.
Now, granted, a lot of them couldn't do it, but because their emperor supported it, they just decided, well, I can't live with this shame. I'll commit honorable suicide, which I don't understand it, but I mean, that's their culture.
To shoot the aircraft down.
but it delegitimized any potential counterinsurgency, which led to a much easier transition. Oh yeah, no, there were those that tried to overthrow him, but there were a lot fewer of those people because the U.S. kept Hirohito in power. And I am convinced that one condition allowed for, or laid the path to the future good relations that Japan and the United States have today. And I can guarantee you that if we actually didn't use the atomic bombs and had to invade the home islands, today's landscape would be a very different thing. Oh yeah, no. And because we weren't fighting a counterinsurgency, we could afford to focus primarily all of our effort on rebuilding Japan. Now, there are some things that Truman did that I think was a very big mistake in the post-war. For example, Indochina. A lot of people either don't know, or it's just never taught. Ho Chi Minh didn't go to the Soviets first to help repel the French. They came to the United States first. And the mistake Truman made was siding with Charles de Gaulle. And he did it for, well, racist reasons instead of political reasons. If I were... Yeah, imperialism. If I were... Imperial... Yeah. If I were the president at that time, what I would have done was, after hearing Ho Chi Minh's case, because ostensibly Americans should be against imperialism in the first place. That's how we were born. But I would have gone to de Gaulle and said, oh, so you don't want to give up, or you're not willing to enter negotiations with Ho Chi Minh to give or transfer power over the Vietnamese. That must mean that you're strong enough to hold on to your overseas colonies, which means you don't need us to help build or help you rebuild your economy and your infrastructure. That's great. So we'll just pull all of our money out of France and put it to Germany, Britain, Italy, and everywhere else that needs it, because obviously you're doing fine enough to maintain an overseas empire. Now, if you don't want us to do that, then pull out of Indochina. Now. I can guarantee you de Gaulle would have pulled out. Truman had balls, he just didn't know when to use them all the time. He used them against Japan. And he used them against he used them against MacArthur, I believe. Because MacArthur was going crazy in Korea, but
Beyond the seizure of Farbanti, which is important.
MacArthur wanted to cross the Yalu River, which would have been horrible. But no, he made a mistake in that in regard. And honestly, if we would have had the stones to back the Vietnamese in the 50s, there would never have been a Vietnam War. No man is perfect. I agree. And just because I will criticize Truman's mistake in Indochina doesn't mean that I won't praise his strengths in World War II. Because humans are flawed. Praise their accomplishments, criticize their mistakes. That way you can learn from them. Why the Marshall Plan was so successful in the current reconstruction efforts in the Middle East are bad. Well, for one thing, in Europe, the local populace wasn't at war with each other. And they weren't at war with the United States. I don't necessarily think that's the reason. The Middle East has never been really at peace. If you look through their history, that is the most... I mean, geographically speaking, the Middle East is the most strategic point in the entire world. But there are just so many concentrations of ethnic, different ethnicities and sects, S-E-C-T, in such a small region. And for some reason, they all hate each other. And to make it worse, when the Europeans drew up their colonial maps way back in the late 1800s, they didn't give a shit about who was living there. And when they left, they just kind of went, "Peace, we're out. Your problem now." Which didn't exactly lend itself to political stability. So in the aftermath of World War II, in Europe and in Japan, the reconstruction efforts went very well because most of the people there were homogeneous, meaning they were all basically the same beliefs and the same ethnic background. And well, China did their own thing. I'm just going with American rebuilding. People forget about China because of the Second World War. Yeah, we threw money at him too, but once
Strider Squadron, sortie ASAP.
once how do I say this without getting shadow banned by Twitch? Once certain things happened in China, the United States was disinclined to throw money at them. What?
Now all go down if we don't pull back the landing craft. What? Abandon Tango 2-3?
Yeah, that is true.
We don't have the firepower. You're on your own. Please, we need help.
But typically, where reconstruction and rebuilding efforts succeeded the most was in areas that, one, were rather united in their well, just united in general, whether it be ethnicity, beliefs,
Fire. Requesting assistance.
politics, what have you.
ID complete.
There was political stability to begin with.
Friendly birds.
So, once something was built, it tended to stay built,
Strider 1, Fox 2.
if that makes any sense. The problem with the reconstruction of the Middle East, a large part of it is the people in the various countries aren't united. And a lot of that has to do with the arbitrary boundaries that colonial powers drew up back when they were dividing the wealth among themselves.
Favor, Lancaster. Many of our allies are cut off. We need support and an escape.
Understood. We'll do what we can.
If they are, I have not heard about it.
Stop retreating Osean forces. Take out any hostiles in their area. Don't engage till targets are ID'd.
I don't advise a no borders policy because that's stupid. What I advise is letting people draw up their own boundaries.
What's going on, but shit.
Like I said, I don't know a lot about Middle Eastern politics. All I know about is most of Hail dear leader Rascris. Please, I am no leader.
ID complete.
I am no leader at all.
We're all lined up. No, they're not combatants. Some of them aren't even wearing shoes. I can guess what happened.
But
Really don't want to think about it. Take photos for evidence.
I guess I
Erosion. Jesus, they're firing at each other.
foreign politics is complicated. Let's just put it that way.
It's all crazy.
Hail hydrate. Or hail to foreign politics is complicated as shit. All politics are complicated.
Strider 1, we've identified the unknown targets.
The Erusian ground forces show no sign of letting up. We're taking heavy damage.
I have a solid lock.
Hail to our King Mihai. Oh, thank you. This is mission 17, Homeward. And this is also the last time we'll see the Terminator.
UAV confirmed destroyed.
Get the wounded out of here, hurry. If you let them through, we're as good as dead.
Missile away. Tank is destroyed.
You're with us. Can you see the enemy APCs on
But to be honest, compared to real world politics, I will take strange real politics any day of the week.
We just need to buy some time. Hold them at bay until Operation Feeding Time. Move them away from the mass drivers.
Machine gun range.
We're down to less than half our vehicles. Bring all the insurgents.
Oh boy. Well, I guess watch the popcorn?
Strider 1,
Or
we've identified
pass the
the
popcorn?
unknown targets.
Escaping politics with politics amusing. As long as there are two men left alive with differing opinions of in today's society, yes. But I honestly believe that there was a time when you could disagree with people and people like, okay, fine. But they would look for the commonalities rather than the differences. I don't know what happened.
Count 12 dead bodies
And unless something changes back to the way it was, you're right. There will never be peace until we all think the same, which is a horrifying thought. I would much rather prefer we go back to a live and let live mentality, where you could have differences of opinion, but people would just leave it at that. Differences of opinion. Oh, bite me. There's no enemy, or there's no friendly unidentified air units. That could be. I do see a lot of emotions compromising judgment these days. And I say that fully knowing how much my emotions rule me. It's a constant battle, and one that I'm actually seeking therapy on. And if you're wondering what emotion rules my everyday thoughts, it's fear. It's definitely fear. I've got anxiety disorders and probably paranoia disorders as well. So
Identification complete. It's Erusian bombers and their escorts. Count's prophecy has come true. Take out all bombers. They'll flatten our allies. Plenty of civilian casualties as well.
well, I mean, murder's murder.
It's impossible in these conditions. Maybe they know they can't. We're gonna drop them all.
I wouldn't necessarily call that a difference of opinion, because I believe the right to life extends to everyone and supersedes a lot of others.
UAV is down.
Okay, bombers are here. Shit. I got so caught up in the drones that I forgot about the bombers. Shit!
The bombers are nearing the island. We're running out of time.
I've got a sitting duck here.
Draw the enemy's attention here.
Target is down.
Control, this is flight leader. All systems ready. We are a go for launch.
Hello! Ah, God!
Launch ready.
I almost crashed there.
This is our last chance for Operation Feeding Time. Launch control, roger that.
Yeah.
More bombers approaching. Intercept them now. Only half the bombers remain. We can't let even one get away.
Oh, God!
Enemy on your back.
We're outnumbered and we'll be surrounded.
Die!
Intercept those bombers.
Die, Blackjack. Okay.
Bombers have been destroyed.
Now I can take care of these fuckers.
Continue with your mission.
Don't let anyone other than Erusian airspace units into the base.
Target was not struck. Strider 1, Fox 3.
Trigger is blast abandoned.
Come back, flanker!
Fire
I never said you could leave. I mean, you were having tons of fun trying to shoot me down.
The rebels are here. The first one go by and detonate on the second.
I've heard that theory before, Nugget, where we're almost too safe for our own good. I don't know how much stock I put into it, but I've heard about it, and it is an interesting idea.
Strider 1, Fox 2.
I think it's kind of compared to how physiologically, if you're left in a sterile environment for too long, you start to lose your natural resistances. At least I think that's how the logic goes. But I haven't really read much on it. So I could just be talking out of my ass, I don't know.
Strider 1, target destroyed.
Many thanks, Longcaster. We didn't have to leave our boys to die.
Understood.
Hey you, dumbass with the scratches on his tail. You hear me? I need you to help some people. There's a group of refugees surrounded by Erusian tanks.
Hello, Starscream.
Needless to say, their future's not looking too bright.
Yes, I missed you talking shit.
Secure military line. Who is this?
It's just not a... It's not a fulfilling stream if Starscream doesn't talk shit.
So you're still breathing, Sir Count.
Here, let me have a word. Hey, it's been a while. I had a feeling that you were still alive. Remember, stick with Trigger and you'll make it.
I have a bit of intel for you. We'll share it if you can help these refugees. Count me in.
That's right.
Echo 13. All hostiles are down.
Understood. This is our last chance. We'll see how far we can go.
I think the reason why people keep making the same mistakes is because they're not learning from the previous mistakes. Those who don't know their history are doomed to repeat and all.
Okay, Scrap Queen. Send us the target coordinates.
I was thinking about how I'd do that.
Don't you have a laser target indicator?
Why would she?
No canister. It's taking us to the enemy's doorstep. Not me.
Stick with Raz and you friggin' die. Thanks, Starscream. That's so helpful to my self-esteem.
What are you doing, dumbass?
So glad you're here.
Here. Attack right here.
Longcaster, we confirmed the location of the flare.
That's them.
Alright, we're just gonna do that.
That's them. All aircraft. We just updated your threat matrix to contain.
You don't have self-esteem. Don't kid yourself.
Don't want to hit the pretty face.
That's an attack.
Hurry. Strider 1, missile launched.
I know you love me. What would I do without my chat?
Hey, stop. The enemy tanks are close. I don't think I could even do anything with that crap.
Strider 1, target acquired.
Boom! Uh. It's just like how all Americans know is Brand New Day. It's not that we like the song, it's just the only one we know because it's the only one that the developers gave us. Did that break the fourth wall a little too much? It's not our fault the radio stations suck.
I heard it from an Erusian soldier that defected. The supply ships will be launched soon.
Yeah, that is valuable information.
That doesn't sound good.
When are you opening a donation fund to become a VTuber? As soon as I figure out how.
Understood. Good luck.
I honestly don't know how I would do a donation fund. I've thought about it. Cause face cam. I have way too much low self-esteem issues and paranoia to reveal my face. I don't feel comfortable doing that.
The supply ships have been launched from the mass driver. If the supply ships
I would much rather have like a virtual avatar,
be loaded with new weapons,
like a VTuber sort of thing, than an actual face reveal.
supply ships before they can get within the Arsenal Burns air defense network.
It's just
You're not gonna make it.
maybe later on with if we finally figure out what's wrong with my head. I know, but
Crap. Remain on high alert. We got bandits incoming on radar. You're gonna have to forget about them for now. Focus on destroying
and a large part of that is Floof keeps bringing it up, which
Get too far away, we'll never be able to catch it.
I mean I love Floof, but he really does love to push my buttons sometimes. He means well though.
See that explosion? Looks like that's one of them down.
Remember, there are 2 supply ships out there. Hurry up and shoot the other one down.
That sucker's hiding in the clouds. Trigger, don't let it get away.
We've recalculated the remaining time. Hope you're all enjoying the pretty fireworks. This thing had any windows we could've seen
I mean,
for ourselves.
you all know how much Floof loves to push my buttons. That's part of the reason why I keep doing collaborative streams with him. One, it's entertaining, and two, I'll give him this. He also knows when to back off,
A few more crazies like her, and life down there may have been a tad bit easier.
which is very important.
What do you think would have happened to those refugees if you hadn't intervened? The princess saw what happened.
So he's able to bring me right to that point, and then that's where he goes. Yep. Well, most of the time, no one's perfect.
Does this mean we're that much closer to ending the war?
No, we just basically prevented it from going on forever.
But
Count's right. We have no choice but to return to our original base. Our base that is nearly out of food and fuel. We need to do something.
Floof is basically, I mean, he does. I would give him this role if he wanted it, but in real life, Floof is basically the Shamrock to my Talisman. All right, so we have 3 missions left. Yeah. Now, I consider Floof a brother of choice. He's your talisman. Squad goals. Alright, so for this one, we have finished with the Terminator.
Time for the briefing. Although, since we don't have any contact
Sniper.
with HQ, not like this is a fishing
Yeah,
mission.
no. The Sniper Elite streams were hilarious.
Island, the relief from Ocean has been postponed.
We were basically Abbott and Costello. I'm not sure which one I was, but I honestly loved those streams. Alright, so for this one, we want to fight Mihai at our best. So, XFA 27, y'all. With the Iris T's.
Strider Squadron aircraft prep complete. You're cleared to taxi.
More sniper streams. We gotta get through Borderlands first. All right.
Forces are in the region ahead. No allies here.
I'm going to deliberately only attack TGTs
We've set a number of priority targets.
because I have
Okay, team. To work.
issues with this mission.
Unidentified aircraft. Not sure if friend or foe. Fire anyway. We don't have time to be wondering if they're friendlies or not. So, capture this base and take the fuel and supplies. That's the plan, right, Trader?
You take if you want to live. That's how it was where I grew up.
I was just double checking.
But the only way for me to have this mission be palatable is take out the TGTs. That way the refugees have things to defend themselves, at the very least.
Unidentified aircraft. Identify at once or we'll open fire. What's he talking about? They already are
I kind of wish this had the
confused.
FCU roundel on the wing, like the Terminator did.
So what's this faction split from the Erusian military?
But whatever.
The autonomous state of Shalaji used to be a nation. The region has always leaned towards independence. Those who want to restore their homelands want to. Apparently, their core consists of officers from Vaslij, which neighbored Shalaji.
Are they our enemies?
They're our enemy's enemy, but not our friends. Missile away. They're bombing us! We're unable to use the SAM! Help me! The resistance is strong. They seem pretty desperate. We're coming up on the castle. Let's hurry up and capture this base so we can get its fuel and supplies.
All right.
I feel like we're a group of burglars.
Don't say that. This is for our survival.
Let's take out the A guns.
They have more aircraft! More planes incoming! Fire more missiles! Hit them with AA shells. That's Shalaji Castle. Image report. They're here already. They're paying for to do our scouts. Taking both civilians and refugees without the
Hey, Phoenix, if you're still here, still looking for the... I don't know.
Strider 1, AA gun destroyed.
Phoenix, if you're still here, do you know why the XFA doesn't have the FCU roundel? Or using Allied forces?
New hostiles. All aircraft confirmed. This town is of high cultural value. It's unfortunate we had to bomb it like we did.
We do what we need to survive, right?
Not something I'll tell my son about.
More of a classic Ace 2 look than the up-to-date 3D. I suppose, but then why wouldn't they do that for the Terminator?
Restoration. Don't worry. As long as we accelerate inside the tunnel, they won't be able to shoot us down that easily. Their interceptors are in the air.
All right.
Getting to takeoff speed inside the tunnel.
And in Ace 6,
Squadron airborne.
both Type Ace 2 aircraft had using Allied forces roundels on them, so I don't know. I just think it looks better with the
This is the OCN Long Range Strategic Strike Group.
using Allied forces logos.
Base to us. Must be the snowbirds. It's absurd for you to be talking so tough after losing one of his leaders at Fort Monty. You bastard! You defile this country. As long as you're here, this country will never know. Shit.
Nikolai can guarantee you that the one from Ace 6 is not based on Legacy, because Ace 6 came first.
Bailing out of
A6 was in 2007, before the 3DS was even a thing.
3 to go. Don't let them work together. Back up trigger.
And the DLC came out, I believe... I had it before Assault Horizon.
We can take it without King.
Target was not struck.
Roll's been hit. He's ejected. Damn. We can't even last long enough to buy ourselves some time.
As expected, but a lucky shot would be boring.
I don't need to
Energy weapon. No, it's a real
reload the checkpoint this time.
Bogey approaching at high speed. Bearing 090. Straight from the east. High-speed projectile launch from the aircraft.
I'm testing this aircraft. You must find your own sky.
We can still help you.
Don't waste your life. Dedicated to
We can still have it. No, you can't.
Furthermore, you must find someone to guide you. I'm not that person.
Yeah, yeah.
Muscle team squad will be there. Those fighting below are advised to temporarily withdraw. Don't die. As long as we're alive, our hopes and dreams live on.
He's gonna die, you know.
Look at the color of that flame. Damn, that's the flames of hell. Time for payback.
Negative. No good. I can't get close enough.
Hand it to Trigger. The rest of us will just get in the way. Rest warm up perimeter to catch whatever slips through.
You missed, fucker.
It's our lives.
Hit on unidentified aircraft. The enemy's mobility is still unfazed. Keep up the attack. Unidentified aircraft. Land your plane and surrender. Why do you feel the need to continue fighting on your own?
That's funny. It seems like one of the pilots is also fighting alone.
Oh, you asshole.
Look around you.
I see. Perhaps it would have been best to entrust the future to pilots like that. Let me test him then to see if he's truly worthy. Hey, look. It's like the sky's been sliced wide open. These rebel units probably made themselves a new toy.
God damn it.
I can't think of anyone other than you. Band together. Now I'm telling you something. Drone fighters don't belong in the blue. They have no place in the cosmos of the skies. But they're one of the most legit Air Force should be fighting against.
You missed.
That bastard's moving in a way that minimizes the damage even when he's hit. Keep firing those missiles until you blow them to pieces.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
This weapon is not enough to take down.
Alright, railgun's done.
This aircraft is my body. If they are not enough,
I'll take the missile hit to take out the railgun.
there are pilots like you in every generation. And I've found every last one of them.
Dude, I'm from your generation. Bye!
Scored another hit.
It's a hit. The unidentified aircraft is going down. Got him.
Trigger, splash the bandit.
I don't know what parts I have on the MSTMs. I didn't check.
Can you hear me? Pilot with the 3 strikes. This was all due to my ego. I unleashed pure chaos upon this world, just so I could keep my wings. Put a stop to the drone production.
Is this a message to Trigger? What does it mean?
Whee!
It's over just because we shot down Mr. X. Yeah, it's gonna take something else entirely to end this thing. I just don't know what.
Alright. 2 more missions. Next up, Operation Daredevil. Wow. Alrighty. Quit mission. Lighthouse. And I hate that I have to keep skipping these briefings because I really like Lighthouse's briefing. But every time I don't, YouTube bots automatically copyright claim it. So I have to skip them. That's why I keep skipping briefings, guys. It's not because I want to get through it or I hate it. It's because I don't want my archives getting nuked into oblivion. Alright, we'll go AMRAAMs. Parts. Don't need that as much. But I will need that.
Strider Squadron, sortie ASAP.
Ba-da-da. Bum, bum. Fuck the bots in YouTube. Yeah, bots, while useful, I think they're being overused, which is a problem. Because, like we said earlier, bots don't understand fuzzy logic. I decide when to play the briefing.
I need help. Don't let him damage.
This is the penal unit. I decide when you play the briefing.
Thanks. I owe you. No sweat.
I do like that cutscene.
Up the numbers.
Well, if it isn't the LRSSG, looks like our luck has turned. LRSSG, you will secure air superiority. There are Erusian aircraft in the Coalition, so they have been ID'd as friendly via the data link.
Just confirmed it.
The Erusian government aircraft, including drones, will show up as hostiles. You two
I have to do the mods on YouTube. The auto mods or the human mods? Because auto mods, none of them understand fuzzy logic.
True count.
Human mods, I can't speak to that one.
Still entered as an ace. He'd be proud of you all.
Human? Well,
gathered here, regardless of your country. This is headquarters of the Ocean Army's.
I don't know what to tell you on that one.
Forget that designation. We are a coalition formed exclusively
Come back here, felon.
for taking down the Arsenal bird.
I am the superior.
Arsenal bird in unison. Roger.
Channel. The enemy can hear everything he's saying. There's no other choice. Russian aircraft are in the coalition as well.
This is Skull Squadron and Rhino Squadron of the Erusian Air Force. We're here on our own. Broadcaster, we're entering your airspace.
This is C2. Republic of Bosnia are also moving to rendezvous.
Yep.
It's Mr. X's crew.
Count, ease up. Engagement is forbidden.
Don't worry.
Pretty too much to nothing to help. Well,
The guy that killed Wiseman.
I'm thankful that my mods are
Some of their squadrons are in weird formations.
extremely competent.
It's just to keep the war going.
It's good to have them on my wing,
UAVs were sluggish when the leader went down.
especially after I ADM'd them a couple times by accident. Ow!
One at a time. They'll run out eventually. Commencing transmission. I'm speaking over both terrestrial broadcasting and video transmission networks. It's not important who I, who we are. First, destroy the space elevator. Second, we want power to
Oh, you little bastard. Think you're a better raptor than me? Let's go! 1v1 me, brah!
Going on right now. The land is overrun with refugees who have lost their homes. This is no isolated incident. In spite of that,
That's right, you're dead!
continues to rage overhead.
There's another one. Let's go. Come on. Bring it.
Are the Fremen Erusians rebels or what?
They're rebels, but I'm sure it's more complicated than that. Brush up on current events later. Focus on the enemy.
1v.
Look, see that line continuing above the horizon? The cable goes up to the sky as far as the eye can see. Not many
You don't want these sands. Well, yeah, I don't know where they've been.
tallest transmission tower. In theory, its radio waves cover exactly half the globe. We've jacked its signal in order to reach out to you.
This isn't Rebellion's Battle for Independence. That's exactly what rebellions are.
Talking big once the war's over, too. You can bet on it.
It's Battle for Independence if you win. It's a rebellion if you lose.
Target hit.
The communications infrastructure down.
They've been on anime waifus, high-fiving them.
Historic regions.
Which waifus?
Consider yourself lucky. You get to see your own live princess. Hey, Cosette, say hello to everyone. Yes.
Like the Idolmasters?
Yes. Let's open a fiesta. Everyone get the refugees into the underground tunnel. George, Tabloid.
Understood.
Is that a... Nugget made it funny.
Fox 2.
Alright.
I'm gonna open this guy up.
Fox 3.
The princess is looking at a mural. There's another one here too. It shows a whole bunch of space elevators. Skies unknown. Cosette, let's go. Yes.
Warning. Missiles
Is Cassette supposed to be winded?
projectiles. All aircraft, stay clear of the blast area. 10 seconds to impact. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Impact.
How many got caught in that explosion?
Here.
Unknown. Proceed with caution.
Wilco.
Because she doesn't sound winded. She sounds,
We can't
well,
control the security system, but we
meme-worthy,
if what he said is true.
to put it delicately.
At least 10 seconds. Cosette! Cosette, what the hell's wrong with you?
Took a picture of the Evangelion Asuka.
Get back here!
Asuka Langley Soryu.
The princess went by herself into the maintenance area and has shut us out.
The most elite Ava pilot.
No idea what got her going this time. Stupid woman.
Missile launch from the Arsenal bird. Shit. Airburst tight.
Oh, they're launching all of them at little old me.
Helios arriving in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. Helios arrived.
Hello, Tempest. I challenge you!
I said we were gonna take down the space elevator, but it's not like we can just go
Joust!
up and down.
You fail! Haha!
Break. 6 location markers have been set in place. They monitor distortions in the space elevator. Those are the locations we need to target. If its sensors go bad, the elevator's observation system will think the elevator has fallen. Until its safety can be confirmed, all microwave
Scheiße.
Oh, I get it. What a party.
I was gonna do it myself. You dumbass.
Helios launched from the Arsenal bird. 5 seconds. 3, 2, impact now. You caught that. It's all over.
Yeah. God, I love this mission so much.
Arriving in 10 seconds.
Dive, 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 dive!
Arrival. 2, inbound.
I like how the Helioses are spherical, just like Nimbus.
3 seconds remaining. Target is in machine gun range. Strata 1, don't ice up.
I'm glad you're up here with us, Trigger. The monster bird is in our trap. We'll use a saturation attack. Wait for the signal.
Bum bum, bum bum.
Fox 3.
Inform the coalition units. We're nearing 0 hour. 10 seconds until the united attack of the Arsenal bird.
At the clouds.
Incoming! 5, 4. Everybody, give this attack everything you've got. Open fire!
Alpha Strike!
All missiles were shot out of the sky. Attack failed. Cruise missiles did not reach their target.
Damn monster.
Get a reload on everything.
Lancaster warning all aircraft. I have multiple blips on my scope.
Here they come.
That's something.
Hey, look at the Arsenal bird.
Lasers!
Missiles are clear. Strike and marker sunk. We can't find it. Evacuate! Flashlight coming heavily damaged by laser weapons. We're to capture aircraft control and melting.
Oh, look, Salty, your profile pic. He changed it, actually, I believe.
Fleet is extensive.
To the Symphonic Evolutions Pikachu.
One did not see that coming.
The active protection system operated as expected. We should launch another saturation attack.
Yeah, that was his profile pic for a long time. Not on YT. Oh, okay, well.
Landed on a friendly's tail.
Look at that light from the Arsenal bird.
It's readying its APS. All aircraft, break off from the Arsenal bird.
Bum, 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 ba-da-dum, bum, ba-da-dum, bum.
Cosette, that's not the control room. Go through the airlock and get on the maintenance elevator. Head to the top of the windbreak. Do you think you can put on that pressurized suit by yourself? You'll never get it on over those frills. Yes.
I'm getting sick of that arrogant bastard. Seriously.
No good. The engine control room is gone.
Order to the opposite
Get a radar room here at CIC.
Nothing phases this thing. Where are we supposed to hit it?
You're not.
All aircraft. We can no longer commence with a second saturation attack. All aircraft, separately engage in direct attacks.
HQ, it won't be easy to take down the Arsenal bird with conventional weaponry. All the ace pilots in the world won't save us unless we have a plan.
Give us time. We'll see what we can do.
You're just thinking about it now? Uncover any friendlies that's hit.
Warning, missile! Missile in the air!
Missed.
Fox 2,
Bum, bum,
Strider 1, enemy on your 6.
is readying its APS.
bum, bum.
Damn it. A team damage. One aircraft hit. No, two.
Locked on.
I love this track so much.
Way on.
God, I love that. Fire away!
Just what kind of magic did you work there, you asshole?
It wasn't magic. It's a scam. Now's our chance. Do it, Trigger.
The lights. It's switched to the backup power supply. That means the main supply's been cut off.
Both main propellers have been stalled. The observation center.
UAVs are dropping altitude fast. Wait, they're down.
The drones are acting crazy. Are you seeing this? The drones are falling one after another. They've completely lost control.
Some propeller confirmed destroyed.
There we go. Weave it through the props. Yep.
Strider 1's the only one that can take it on.
Alright. It's unarmed save for the pulse lasers and the laser. Got it!
Laser cannon destroyed. That drops the Arsenalberg's threat level a little.
We keep the UAVs company.
Yeah. Come on, just a little bit, you fucking drone. I will murder you. There we go. And after this drone, we just need to take out the laser, and then it's easy pickings. Okay, so maybe there's another drone. Sue me.
Get behind 3 strike.
Yep.
UAVs off Strider 1. Come on, you drones. You're facing me now.
Yep. Alright. One more pass. Should do it.
Trigger's hammering it.
Kaboom!
Confirmed destroyed. That eliminates one major threat. Thanks. That thing almost cooked my tail.
Strike 1, you're too close to
The burb is disarmed.
Trigger got a sub-propeller.
And it's a glider now.
This Trigger. The main propeller is moving again. Just how hard is that thing?
Almost down to destroying the Rectenna's base.
Say what?
We destroy the docking modules that supply the Arsenalberg. That will leave the Rectenna base vulnerable. Light it on fire, and we can cook that bird. Theoretically, that may prove impossible even for an experienced pilot. There would be a problem with
Yeah, but our guy's more than just an experienced pilot. Trigger, let's do this.
if you really that good of a pilot. I'd bet on it. Besides, if that was impossible.
Boom, boom! Alright, now I gotta come in from the sides.
The drones are falling!
Kaboom! One more hit.
All targets have been destroyed. The supply unit is...
That's all it'll take.
You should be able to see the rectangle where the supply unit was.
Die!
Rectangle base unit confirmed destroyed.
Woo!
Oh my god. The arsenal bird is on fire.
Time to destroy the hooks, otherwise known as unhooking the pro.
Arsenal bird is losing altitude rapidly.
Longcaster, can you estimate the point of impact?
Don't worry. Looks like it'll be open water. All aircraft, avoid the target's path.
That's the last of the rooms. Even in death, that thing is intimidating.
Alright, boys and girls. It's too low altitude for me to do it now.
These people here were alive up until a few moments ago. My friend was here.
I need to be a lot closer when I blow it up in order to do it.
Or what it does.
All Erusian soldiers around the space elevator. Surrender now. We will not attack. We can hold them off until support arrives. Our unit surrendered. You guys better not throw away your lives either.
Wait there, Princess. We'll get you down. Don't worry about me.
Alright, Starscream, would you trust me to do it with your baby? Because if I fuck up, the Raptor's the one that dies.
Are those the drones we saw at that factory? I'm coming down. See you on the ground. No, wait!
Enemy on my 6. Those guys are bad news. Trigger, boss, do something.
Strider 2, missile inbound. Cosette! What?
This isn't the time for that.
Cosette!
Avril, they're headed this way.
Well
Get the
played.
refugees to safety now.
Strider 2, you're hit. Are you alright?
Still breathing. I won't be flying much longer though.
There's an Ocean carrier a few kilometers to the west.
No, it's okay. Count. Invert. Stay in the inverted. I'll blow your canopy off. You'll be fine.
Trigger, escort your wingman. Let's get to that carrier. That's all we can do. Trigger, can you hear me? I somehow managed to land. It's your turn now. The carrier ran aground, but that shouldn't be a problem for you. I'll guide you down.
This is going to be a bit tricky because this is an Air Force aircraft.
You're too fast.
Therefore, I can't actually line it up with the runway. I have to line it up with the bow.
Right. Raise your nose.
And come in dead ahead.
Nice work. You pulled off a perfect landing.
See, no tail hooks, so I'm just rolling.
Now the real challenge begins.
Alright. Now for our final mission. Zoe 2, Electric Boogaloo. Could land with stall. I am not that good of a pilot. Dark blue, everybody.
Trigger.
This is the moment that Phoenix was born for. Can't. Raz wants to blow Count's canopy off. Accidentally kills Count on purpose. Not a purpose. Shifty eyes. Yeah, I'm gonna check the parts. But we are going to use the XFA-27. And the Iris T's. Okay, so we've got... Actually, we probably won't need that. Yeah, I'll go with those. Homing, range, and speed. I mean, I would never kill Count Shifty Ice. Never.
Strider Squadron, take off prep.
I got distance. I think, whatever. A little late now, but these should be fun. I've got the homing and range. Reload is I mean the base reload is pretty fast. I'm not worried about that. Damage, I'll just volley fire.
Can I use it?
But I got the homing and range.
That craft is in peak condition. I even buffed up the canopy for a nice shine, so you can really see the sky.
You know, as it's taking off from a carrier like this, I can see the Tomcat in the XF the whatever this is.
Trigger, wish I could have flown with you. A dinged up plane and an injured pilot would only slow you down. I feel for him now.
Oh, that sound is so beautiful
Take care.
when you take off.
What happens, it ends here. The outcome's mostly up to him.
Really, you can actually waste missiles.
Oh, yeah. He's the one who took off just now.
Eh. I don't know what the perfect moment to fire is, so.
Illusions with us.
Rusians are sticking around too.
I don't care what country anyone's from. What counts is knowing who the real enemy is. Right, guys?
Affirmative. And I think everybody here knows the score.
The sky is connected.
Commence mission. All aircraft follow trigger.
Roger that.
Understood.
All right.
Understood.
The space elevator is able to broadcast and communicate. With the information infrastructure down, it's the only place capable of processing data transmission.
Whoa! Hello.
Drones are waiting for it to power up again.
Clever little bastards.
Goal leader forecast. UAV is confirmed in direction of travel. Changing to bandit.
All aircraft converge on Skull Squadron. Surround and shoot them down.
Strider 3, copy. Let's do it, Hushin.
Wilco.
UAV reacting. Damn, they're fast. All aircraft stay sharp. Intercept now.
Ah, I hate these buggers. Still say the best plane to use this in this mission is the Raven itself, because those UAVs don't give a fuck.
I knew it was fighting now. Provide support.
Friendly lost. Another confirmed down. The UAVs are equipped with laser weaponry. Watch where their nose is pointing.
Huh?
Missile launched.
Fucking hell!
This is Su-2. Locked on enemy.
In gun range.
Damn it, I can't break away.
die!
There we go. One down. One down. Target is losing altitude rapidly.
That enemy is black smoke billowing from it. I saw it myself. 3 strikes is a real deal. 20 left.
Zone 2, evade, evade!
Just like the guys.
Zone 2 lost. Here's our equivalent.
Does Cloud seem off? I don't know. They look the same to me.
Attention, all
But I am dumb when it comes to graphics.
Bag of tricks.
Excuse you. Did you hear that angry drone noise there? Sound like a burp. Or a gurgle.
Another hit. He's the only one getting anywhere out here.
Well, I couldn't tell you, Star Crater, as I have no idea.
Crap, I can't break this lock.
They look the same to me. That's all I know.
Don't get carried away. Just when you think you're surrounded.
Trigger's missile hit. That one looks like it hurt. Trigger has scored a kill. Hell yeah! You finally did it! Way to shoot, Ace.
Now this asshole.
Look, it discarded its wings. What the? It's just like the UAV the Trigger shot down at Bucharest. Is that the prototype that Wiseman was talking about?
Kaboom! Take that, you fucker!
UAV is down.
It just did. It ate all of them. Eat those irises. Bet they taste good, don't they?
Definitely the most intense thing I've ever been in. Can't wait to tell my son about it.
The space elevator is just powered up. Looks like we made it in just the nick of time. Fortunately, you prevented
Hugin is dead.
style from leaking.
Now from Moonin.
Got a special bottle of wine for occasions like this. What do you say we open it?
Can you hear me? There's still one drone left.
Who the hell is that? More importantly, I thought Trigger destroyed all the drones.
It's thrown away its wings, yet it's still flying. Can anyone hear me? That aircraft needs to be taken care of.
She's right. I see something on the radar. The UAV is alive and kicking.
It'd be funny if somebody railgunned it to death right then and there. Boom! Dead. Done. Just avoid the tunnel fight together. Or all together.
Tunnel. That tunnel leads to the space elevator. Trigger, you're gonna have to fly into the tunnel after the UAV.
Where's the escape vector?
There's enough space for him to turn beneath the elevator.
That's a suicide mission.
Count, where are you going? We rely on
This is gonna be tricky because of
Be serious, Count.
the wide profile that the
Trigger's different.
XFA-27 has at the back end.
Fool.
Speedrun? No way. Not in this plane.
Stick with Trigger, you'll make it.
Count, give me your status.
Alive.
Excellent, so you're both okay.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What makes you think that?
No time to explain. The radio will cut out soon. It'll take a short time for the drone to send over the data.
Oh, no, no.
You need to destroy it as fast as you can.
Ooh. Oh, that was close.
Found it.
It's this one I need to go to the left on.
There's some static with the gate closed. Do you think the UAV is operating the gates? Well, there goes our only way out. I thought we were gonna pull this off
I have 69 irises left.
I'll find us a way out.
Nice.
They're waiting for you outside. I'm not gonna let you drop here. No sign of the drone. Did it take another...
I'm consistently above 600 kph. I'm fine. Don't be a buzzzy. I'm just worried about the wide wing tips and tail tips. Compared to the Nosferatu, this and the Raven are very hard to do in the tunnel because
I can still fly.
they are wide.
My rudder's acting up. It's hard to keep level. I'm not getting much thrust, but I'll be okay.
I'll look at the clip later.
That's quite the problem. It appears I can't get any more thrust.
Sounds like you problem, Count.
It's turning. It'll send its payload. Shoot it down, Trigger. It's down.
Woohoo!
Yeah, baby. Hey, I'm being serious here. That's right. We're going home. I found a way
Alright.
out of here. The space elevator.
Up the long ladder.
The windbreak is hollow, and there's no ceiling all the way up.
Whoa, hello.
Fly! I know you can make it! I'll attempt a belly landing. Get out of here! Everyone's waiting for you!
Huh.
I wanted to wait until I had less fuel, but I have no choice. Attempting to land. I don't think my plane will make it. Anyway, here goes. Come on, baby, stay with me just a bit more.
No, no, no. Avoid the elevator. Avoid the car.
Should we send in an evac team?
We can't do
Uh.
that. We have to wait.
Can you hear me? We're all waiting. A world of darkness needs a light to shine.
Almost out, almost out.
We're waiting for that beacon of light.
Woohoo! No checkpoint.
Look, it's Trigger. Strider 1 has returned to radar. I did it! That's our Trigger.
And once again, Yuzia is saved thanks
Strider 2.
to Phoenix.
Damn it. Does anyone have eyes on Count?
You all could have seen that.
You damn fool.
Ah, fuck yeah. America.
Watching Trigger climb. I guess it's my fate to watch from down below.
Yeah, well, we're all in the same boat.
Well, this concludes
I guess we are.
the using Firebird blazes the skies once again.
Give us your coordinates.
This concludes the
Elevation is minus
Ace
500.
Combat 7 Phoenix playthrough.
Hey, Trigger. Dumbass. Tell me something. What color's the sky?
So next week we will start another series, but I'll get to that a little bit. Tomorrow will be the
Wait, what was that transmission?
final part of the Ace Combat 7 showcase. And after the showcase, when that showcase is done, we'll take a break from the showcases for a little bit. Saturday is Project Firewalker in Mass Effect 2. Monday is more Greedfall. Tuesday, we continue to assist the monk Norio in Ghost of Tsushima. Wednesday, Floof and I will celebrate the 100 follower milestone by playing Remnant from Ashes in adventure mode. It is free on PlayStation Plus right now for PS4 users, and there's can be 4 people in a party. So we can take 2 more people if you guys would like to join. But we're going to do that Wednesday. And next week, Thursday, we're not done with Phoenix yet. You guys rose enough points for it. So next week, we start the Ace Combat 6 Scarface Challenge. It will be on hard mode. I will only be able to use the Type Ace 2 Su-33 flanker. I will not be able to use allied support or frontline landings, I won't even be able to use wingman commands. The only concessions I'll have are I can use a return line on the condition I am out of weapons, because that will happen. And yeah, from one Phoenix to another one. And I get 4 failures, and then I can reduce that mission to normal. If I can't clear a mission on hard in 4 tries, I can reduce it temporarily to normal for that mission. Then after I clear it, I have to bump it back up to hard. Those are the only 2 concessions, because mission 14 is going to be really difficult. I'm going to tell you that right now. Anyway, I will talk with you all, or I will see you all tomorrow with the last of the showcase. Dude, hard is easy. Hard is not easy when you have no special weapons. Anyway, I will see you all later. Bye.